What is up, YouTube? This is Alejandro. I'm back. I have been gone for 4 months, I believe. Pretty much right after I did my audiobook, which that alone took forever to create and to edit correctly. A lot's happened. So, in summary, there was a disagreement at my prior job. So I left. But between that time, I was working a ton. I was working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks at this job, flying every week for like a month and a half as well for these projects because I was working completely alone. So a month or two before my last YouTube video, which would have been, I think, October-ish 2025, my boss, my director, who was the only person above me in all of Texas, had a medical emergency and had to be out of the projects. He was out for 4-ish months, so really since exactly a month ago. Exactly a month ago, he had been out completely. Now, I was prepared for the situation that came at hand, and I excelled. But this would be a very unusual thing to occur in any company ever. I had no support from anybody within the corporate office in New York. I was told I had support, and I had a senior manager that would, once a week meet with me for 10-15 minutes and kind of give his quick high-level advisory items, but zero support under me, which means I was doing everything, as well as maintaining client relationships, making sure the projects were on track, creating the budget. I created all these deliverables, very complex stuff. I was organizing with the finance department in this large nonprofit education company. It was insane. It was more work than I had ever signed up for, and I had basically self-taught myself how to manage a project completely alone. Of course, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did, of course, I had to figure some things out the hard way, like anything that you have to do completely alone, but I learned a lot. And with that, I was able to, after talking to partners, demanded a raise. They did not give me what I was looking for, so I ended up moving. I gave them a soft leave and then moved to a new company, where I'm doing a much larger project. I'm getting paid significantly more than I was getting paid at this last place, and I'm actually working less. Of course, I'm still working, but I'm working less on this day job item, which means I now have some time to make YouTube videos, which is the goal, and of course expand my personal brand. This new place that I'm working at, I am now a construction manager, so I'm not really a project manager anymore, which means I pretty much live on site and I'm managing everything on site. There's only me and the guy above me, just like at the last place I was at. So actually a very similar role in terms of how it's structured internally, but I have significantly more independence and oversight on the humongous project. This project is over $200 million, and we just poured the first foundation, one of 6 humongous foundations, we're supposed to be done in August-ish of next year, which is quite a fast timeline for how big of a project this is, and it's also a government project. So I'm gonna give a lot of exposure to some pretty cool things, and truthfully, I'm actually getting kind of some more like downtime at work, which means I can research more of what makes me more effective, as well as build skills that I have not learned yet, like reading plans very well. Of course, I can read plans, but not like an architect could read plans. So I'm definitely gonna build those skills and those muscles in the short term. I do have some super exciting things I'm going to talk about in future YouTube videos, likely in the next few days, regarding my self-storage, regarding my personal journey, and regarding what is going to come next. So a lot of super duper duper cool things going on right now. I want to just thank you guys for those who watched me and found me in the time I was gone. With working that much and never really being home, I couldn't really talk about anything besides my day job, and a lot of that stuff is kind of confidential because there's people that I know that possibly watch this that I'm not supposed to talk about the project in hand, and it's I just can't really talk about it that much. So that is the total gist of what's been going on. If you guys have any sort of recommendations as to what you'd like me to post, let me know. More than happy to talk to each and every one of you. Since I haven't posted in a while, I've actually gotten, I think, 2 people reach out to me from this channel and just talk to me and network, which is exactly the goal of this channel. Very happy when every single one of you guys comes to talk to me. So thankful for all of you. I appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to posting more. Really this week, I'm gonna post something. And then in the very near future, continuing with the higher quality videos and just working on becoming a better businessman. So Talking to you guys soon. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out.